Hi, today I'd like to walk through some of the really cool Pro and Omni features of Mailshake. Before I get into that, I did want to show you some of the extensions of Mailshake that are part of the Pro package and above. If you go down to extensions here, you'll see the apps that we natively integrate with: Salesforce, Slack, Pipedrive, coming soon HubSpot, and others. And also, if you have a Zapier account, you can connect it to Mailshake to do all sorts of great things. We've got some sample ideas here listed out. You can sort these by app type, so Calendly or Google Sheets. We've got some tutorials for that. Just some of the examples. Today, I want to connect Slack and have our new reply notifications come into our Slack channel so we can see them and react to them. So I'm going to turn on replies and send them to a channel. And now I'd like to get started with a campaign for you. I'm going to upload a recipient list that I have phone numbers for and Twitter usernames for. So I'm going to map the columns that I have in my file and tell Mailshake what they mean. Then I'm going to skip our list cleaning and start working on setting up our sequence. So the sequence that I want to run is going to start off with a social media task, actually. So I'm going to choose that type here and paste in my message. You can use text replacement, so I have the company name of the recipients to get filled out there. And then I also want a phone call in my sequence. And here I'm just going to paste in the kind of rough script that I want to use for that phone call. And then I'm going to rearrange these. So I first want to connect with them on social media, then I want to make a phone call, and then I'm going to have a thank you email go out. And the email I want to look like this. And I also want to include a link to a really cool video for my project, and that's ultimately where I want people to, the action I want people to take with this campaign. So I'm going to link out to our video and start moving here. And with those campaign tasks, you can set delays. So you can have the social media task go out first and then wait 3 days and then have the phone call task get queued up. For today's example, I'm not putting any delay between them. I'm going to turn on the Slack integration for this campaign. And get started. So our campaign is all set up to go, and none of the emails are sending yet. They're waiting on our tasks to be completed. You can see on the sequence tab we have our social media task and our phone task and then our email task. So once my session refreshes, the open tasks, I can see there's a blue dot here saying that we have tasks to take care of. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and see that we have these social media tasks all queued up. And they're left to right so that they all line up with each other. And we're just going to run through these. So I'm going to copy the message to my clipboard, and I'm going to go out to that person's Twitter account and tweet to them. And hit tweet, which I won't do for real here. And then I'm going to say I did that. And then I'm going to go to the next one and take care of that one, and then the next one, and so forth. So these completed tasks start filling up at the bottom here, and I can just walk my way through all of my open tasks. Now, if I look at the sending calendar for my campaign, you'll see I don't have anything queued up for sending. It's still waiting on that phone call task to be completed before those emails will go out. So if I go back to my open tasks, I can actually filter down to just the phone calls, and now I'm ready to make my phone calls. I want to do these all at once and just get this work done. So let's start this phone call. You can either use the dialer that's built into your browser if you have something already hooked up, or you can use our Mailshake dialer. And the Mailshake dialer is going to call you from a specific number to your phone, and then as it makes phone calls to your recipients, they're going to see the call straight from you. So let's start this call. Wait for my phone to ring here. And if you can see that, but the call's coming in here, and it's going to give me some instructions.
Using the Mailshake phone dialer. At any point during the call, you can press
these.
star to stop the current.
Your first call is with Michael Shorston.
So here we go. We're starting our phone call. We can record it. We can take notes. And we can mark these tasks completed if we want.
Press 1 to mark this task complete and continue to the next call. Press 2 to leave this task alone and continue to the next.
Your next call is with Catherine Donaldson. 3,
Okay,
7,
and now
1.
we're on the next phone call, and we'll just keep going through these.
You're done. There are no more calls in your queue. Thanks for using the Mailshake phone dialer. Goodbye.
All right. Okay, now we're back in our campaign, and now that we've sent those had those phone calls and given Mailshake a few minutes to catch everything up, it's going to start sending that next email in the sequence to those 3 people we made a phone call to. So I'm going to flip over to Gmail, and we can take a look at that email that got sent out. And I'm just going to pretend to be the recipient here. Okay, we've sent our reply. We'll check back on that in just a few minutes. Okay, so a few minutes have passed, and now we're going to check on Slack here, has showing us that someone has just replied. So we can view the recipient, we can change the lead status, we can pause them, unsubscribe them based on that, or you click these links and pop out to the full view for that recipient. So here's the person in Mailshake that replied, and here it is. And so now we have the whole conversation. We have the social media task that we completed. We have the phone call that lasted 11 seconds, and which is playing back right now on my headset. And the email that got sent after that, the email was opened, it was replied to. This has turned the person into a lead. And so now we have the ability to work with them in our lead catcher system. And a lead catcher is typically where you will go to work through everybody who's become a lead and reply back to them, mark them as completed or as won or lost or ignored. And I want to get back to that email one more time though, because there was a link in the email that we wanted them to click on. So the link in that email goes out to this sample page, which is a demonstration of our mailshake.js, or our conversion tracking software. You basically put this little script on your website, or if you want to do it inside any kind of app that you're sending people to, you can take all sorts of extra actions with them. So you can hook it up so that they turn into they turn into a one lead when they take some action, like making a donation or signing up for your actual product. So we have that hooked up here on this play video button. So if I flip over to Mailshake and I look at the recipient that we were just looking at here, we can see that they are showing up as a lead. They're an open lead at the moment. So if I'm in here in Mailshake and this is the recipient here we're talking about, click on this play video button. This is just a sample, so it doesn't actually have a video, but the conversion tracking script that we put in there triggers a lead one action. So now this person who clicked this link, they watched the video. We want to say, okay, this is a one lead. This is a very special lead. So if I flip back over to Mailshake and refresh this recipient, we now see we have lead one and we have a little annotation, watched video. So that's the whole cycle for this person. We've walked them through the very beginning of getting them warmed up, to having a phone call, to having them be an open lead, and then finally a one lead. And the great thing about this is it doesn't have to stop here. So you can hook up your CRM to say whenever someone is a one lead, let's say you're using Pipedrive, you can move them to a new status in Pipedrive. So you can have all these people funneling through your system in Mailshake and end up with the stages in your CRM all set up for you to take final action on. So that's the whirlwind tour of some nice Pro and Omni features I wanted to show you. Thanks so much for watching.